This video will show you how to replace your spark plugs yourself. First, unplug these 4 ignition coils. For the Honda City GM6, the ignition coils are secured using 10mm bolts. So use a 10mm wrench to remove them. As a safety precaution, it's highly recommended to disconnect the battery first. Note that disconnecting the battery will reset your car clock and your radio. Remove the bolts from all 4 ignition coils. First bolt done. Second bolt done. Third bolt, well, it's a bit tight to remove. But it's also done. For the 4th bolt, I have to detach this wire here to give me space to remove the bolt. Just place the wire at the back. Fourth and final bolt done. These are the new spark plugs that I'm going to install. Always check the box to ensure they're compatible with your car. In Malaysia, a genuine set usually costs around 300 ringgit. If you find them way cheaper than that, there's a high chance they are fakes. In my hands, I hold the power of new spark plugs. These little spark plugs right here are what ignite the fuel to give the car its power. Without them, all that petrol in your tank can't do a single thing. Most spark plugs come pre-gapped from the factory, protected by these cardboard sleeves. But because they can get knocked out of spec during shipping, you should always inspect them before installing. This spark plug looks fine to me. Let's pull out the first ignition coil so we can get to the spark plug. The space back here is really tight, so standard tools won't fit. I'm going to use this flexible spark plug tool to get the old plug out. The spark plugs on this car require a 16mm socket. Drop the socket down into the hole and turn it counterclockwise to loosen it. The plug is on there pretty tight, so I'm using this metal pipe to give me some extra leverage. Just be really careful and pull smoothly so you don't snap the plug or strip the threads, or it will be a massive, expensive nightmare to fix. The first spark plug is out. Keep a good grip on it so it doesn't fall, unless you're using a magnetic spark plug socket. Here is my old spark plug. It has nearly 90,000 kilometers on it. This was last replaced over 3 years ago at the Honda dealership, so it's definitely a genuine plug. Let's put the old plug and the new plug side by side. They both look the same to me, except for the color, of course. The old one has a lot of carbon buildup. Let's install the new spark plug into the car. Gently lower the new plug into the hole so you don't accidentally bend the electrode tip. Twist the plug clockwise to tighten it. Since I can't fit the torque wrench in here, I'm going to tighten it by hand until it's snug, and then give it about a half turn more with my wrench. The spark plug torque spec for this car is 18 Newton meters. Now put the ignition coil back in place. And put the bolt back in. Hand thread the bolt clockwise and then use a 10mm wrench to tighten it down. The torque spec is 9.8 Newton meters. Next, repeat the same process to take out the second spark plug. The second spark plug is also being stubborn, so yet again, I'm using a metal rod as a cheater bar for extra leverage. Just make sure to keep it perfectly straight so you don't crack the plug. Here's the second spark plug. It has similar signs of carbon buildup as the first one. Let's install a new spark plug. Repeat the same process as before. Lower the new plug into the hole. Twist the plug clockwise to tighten it. Now put the ignition coil back in place. And put the bolt back in. Snug the bolt down securely without applying excessive force. Next, repeat the same process to take out the third and fourth spark plugs. Plug number 3 is just as tight as the first two. Every single one of these has been an absolute battle today. Time to get the metal rod back out. Plug number 3 is finally out. That's 3 down, 1 more to go. Just like the first two, this one has carbon buildup. It's a good thing I'm replacing them today. Unboxing the new spark plug, inspecting the condition, and preparing for installation. Twist the plug clockwise to tighten it. Now put the ignition coil back in place. And put the bolt back in. Snug the bolt down securely without applying excessive force. Moving on to the fourth and final plug, repeating the exact same steps one last time to finish up the installation. The final plug is out. And there we have it. All 4 old spark plugs are out. Looking at them side by side, you can clearly see the carbon buildup on every single one of them. It was definitely time for a change. All right, we are down to the final spark plug. Let's drop this last one in, get it tightened up, and then we can get this engine fired up. And that is how you change the spark plugs on your car. It's a pretty straightforward job that you can easily do right in your own driveway to save some money. Don't forget to reconnect this wire near plug number 4. I unplugged it earlier to give myself enough room to remove the ignition coil bolt. And most importantly, don't forget to reconnect your battery. Otherwise, you won't be able to start the car. The job is officially done, so there's only one thing left to do. Let's start it up, check for any check engine lights, and hear how those new plugs sound. Since we disconnected the battery earlier, the last thing we need to do is reset the clock to the right time. That's it. If this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more maintenance tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.